What's up, Facebook fam? Well, if it doesn't, who cares? I am a Jiu-Jitsu guy, so I'm going to use the word mat. What you do on the mat, but we could also replace this with does what you do in the field, on the stage, in the ring, in the kitchen. You could replace it with many different things, but does what you do on the mat match who you are off the mat? Because if it doesn't, who really cares, right? Does what you do on the stage reflect who you are off the stage? Does what you do in the ring reflect who you are out of the ring? You know, we all have different kinds of abilities, arts, sports, knowledge, whatever it may be. And we try to excel in these different areas of life. But you know, what is the point? What is the point of excelling and doing our best to achieve certain kinds of status and glory? Even so, you know, like, what's the point if, you know, your character away from those things, you know, doesn't reflect, you know, how good you are at those things. You know, it's like, you know, it takes a lot of practice and to get to a high level at something and to perform at a high level. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. No matter what kind of person you are, when you do something at a high level, it's beautiful. And it represents hard work and dedication. But, I mean, that doesn't always carry over. Sometimes people are very hard, you know, dedicated and hardworking at their craft, at mastering their craft. But, you know, that hard work and dedication and discipline and passion and love doesn't always carry over. And really, I think at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know, competition and hard work and practice. It's all character building. But we have to learn to apply these things to our everyday lives. And, you know, what more important it is it to apply to than to your relationships? You know, if you're a great fighter and you learn how to, you know, be courageous, train hard, fight, you know, I'm not going to tap, I'm going to, you know, fight to the end, get that warrior finish. But then when it comes to like your family, you don't fight. You know what I mean? You don't fight for the health of your family and your family dynamics, or you don't fight, you know, in your relationships in general, to keep them healthy and good. And this is what we're learning. We're not disciplined in these areas to do our best, like we are in our craft sometimes. And I think that the whole point of the craft and the discipline is to build character that carries over into life. But we just have to learn to acknowledge and pay attention to where we can carry this over and how we can carry it over into our relationships, into our jobs, into our marriage, into parenthood, you know, all of these things. And at the end of the day, no matter how good you are at something, if it doesn't carry over, if it doesn't match who you are, if who you are on the mat doesn't match who you are off the mat, who cares at the end of the day? Nobody cares. You might be great at doing something, but if you're, you know, you're not kind to others, nobody's going to care, right? And if you're prideful and boastful, nobody's going to care. You're the only person that cares. And the glory that you seek is very temporary. You know, so spread the love. You know, when when you participate in an activity, a craft, a sport, a discipline, make the focus of that. Use it as a tool or an instrument to help you to better your relationships in life. For me, it's all about, learning how to grow in my relationship with God, learning how to grow in relationship with my wife, my family, my children, learning to be a better father, a better husband, a better employer, better friend, whatever it may be. All these things are, what I learn on the mat is a tool for carrying it off the mat, and learning how to serve others better in general. So I encourage you guys out there to do the same thing. I think that you'll find it more rewarding than what you're actually doing in your craft. The craft is awesome, but what you gain from that craft that can be carried over into your everyday life and relationships, I think you'll actually find more fulfilling if you're actively doing that. And don't get me wrong, I love Jiu-Jitsu, I love martial arts, but there's definitely more to life than that, like Jiu-Jitsu is great. I've been at a competition all day, and our team did really well, but it was actually just more rewarding to be there with the people and see them grow and see them be challenged, and to be courageous, to be good sports, and just learning how what we did today carries over into everyday life, into what we do every day. Now, how we can carry that courage and that confidence and that good sportsmanship over, that respect, into everyday life. I just feel like there's so many martial arts schools out there right now. They promote respect and discipline and honor, and they're just none of those things. And I just think that we should really represent the art better than what we are. It's what it's about. It's more than self-defense. It's more than competition. It's about honor. It's about respect. And it's not about getting people to honor and respect us. It's about us learning to honor and respect them. So, that's really what it's about. That's the mission. But we got to actively kind of pursue that. So I'm encouraging you to do that. Practice what you learn on the mat, off the mat, because everybody, when you train Jiu-Jitsu, you are going to be presented with humility. You are going to be presented with patience. You are going to be presented with courage, confidence, many things, many virtues that you get from Jiu-Jitsu. But more often than not, I see people practice them in Jiu-Jitsu, but then they don't carry them further. And that, at the end of the day, is what it's all about. Carry it further. Carry it off the mat. Practice this stuff in real life. All right? So that's my encouragement to you. And once again, that's what we're about at Clinch Academy. We're about honor and respect and integrity, and how this carries over into the everyday life, how it carries to your family, your job, your relationships, whatever it may be. And I always encourage everybody to do that. That's the difference between a fighter and a warrior. A warrior fights for love, fights for the good. A warrior is not about, just the fight itself. A warrior fights for something bigger, something better, and a warrior has a code where a fighter might not have a code. So that's the difference between just seeing a fighter in life, a fighter in martial arts, and a true warrior. So I encourage you guys to be true warriors. All right, and that's who we are at Clinch Academy. If you like that, give us a call at 301-682-8589 or visit clinchacademy.com. We would love to set you up with a free class. All right, you guys, have a good night.